Hello ladies and gentlemen, you know you're politically desperate when you start to blame another party for the effects of nature taking its course. Now, I'm not talking about floods because you and I both know that those are caused by clogged drains that aren't cleaned. The Penang State Government is well aware of the flooding that happens in the state and they're late with their action to address the situation, but at least they're doing something about it. Workers have begun digging up sand and debris from the Air Hitam River as part of a flood mitigation project. Penang Gerakan Vice Chairperson Lim Bun Ten today criticized the DAP-led state government for simply digging sand along with garbage out of the river and leaving it on the riverbank, saying that the Penang Drainage and Irrigation Department has failed to clean up the sand, rubbish and other waste that they just dump on the riverbank. However, his main complaint is that the sand dumped on the riverbank has created a breeding ground for fire ants. You know, the kind of ants that you don't want to mess with because of their sting, and this has in turn affected people who use the public park next to the Air Hitam River. Don't assume Mother Nature supports your cause, you know, because we all know what she can do when she's angry. Yes, like that. Former Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad took to his blog again today to express his feelings. Today's topic, democracy. He claims that studies show that the system is very open to abuse and the wrong people may get elected who will not only abuse the power conferred to them, but may be able to stay in power for decades. And it is these leaders who become dictators. Mahathir said that democracy is able to work in most Western countries because of the culture of its people, talking about how people in Western countries are much more mature and experienced and know about the price they have to pay, and the whole country would also have to pay if they chose the wrong person to lead, adding that the culture of corruption is just not as rampant in these countries as the separation of power in the government is upheld. Despite the hype for vaping dying down, the industry is still worth about 2.8 billion ringgit, and the local scene is one of the biggest electronic cigarettes industries in the whole world. The government has announced that vape devices will soon need to be certified as safe for consumers by the standards agency CIRIM before they can be distributed in the country, in anticipation of new regulations for the licensing, sale and distribution of personal vaporizers or PVs and vape liquid. The regulations are expected to be implemented in the next 2 years to allow the Health Ministry to regulate the nicotine content in vape liquids. Technically, vape juices containing nicotine are only allowed to be sold by licensed pharmacists and medical practitioners for medical uses as far as the law is concerned. In another slew of brilliant ideas on how to make bus travel safer in Malaysia, long-haul bus operator Trans-Malaya Express has implemented gender segregation on its buses, allowing women to choose if they would like to sit in an exclusive women's section or not, while also implementing that if a Muslim couple wants to sit together, they would need to produce their marriage certificate. Seputeh MP Teresa Kok liked the idea, and because of this lovely country where everyone is entitled to their special snowflake opinion, some people decided that they would pick an internet fight with her, asking her to get her head straight and why not back segregation in airplanes, classrooms and everywhere else. When we asked her about how she felt about this, she explains that her stance was in the hope that it would help women who are traveling alone be at ease and not moral policing. Now, when a shop or a business screws you over, you would probably file a ticket with the Malaysia Consumer Claims Tribunal over the matter and try to come to a resolution. Today, the head of the Johor branch of the tribunal shared a story with the Star Online about someone who filed to get a refund from a BOMO for failing to drive out spirits that were haunting his ailing father. He claims that the family forked out some 810 ringgit for the shaman services, which allegedly failed because his father's condition became worse and he passed away a few months later. The case was struck out because exorcism was considered an alternative service and the BOMO had not registered his business with the correct authorities. And that's the end of the fact sheet. Aren't you glad that BOMOs don't charge in US dollars? Because the Malaysian ringgit just breached 4 ringgit 48 and a half cent this afternoon, coming in at 4.4852. With 2 more days left in the year, will we see a recovery or will the ringgit fall further past the dreaded 4 ringgit 50 cent to the dollar? We'll see. Now hit like, subscribe and share this video. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thanks for watching.